Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something every gamer and content creator loves: graphics cards. But not just any GPUs, we're diving into SOYO graphics cards. These babies are affordable, perform really well, and honestly, they're way underrated. So if you're building a budget gaming rig or just looking to upgrade, stick around. We're counting down the 5 best SOYO graphics cards, based on real tests and what customers are actually saying. If you want to see updated prices and more details about these products, be sure to check the links down below in the description box. So, let's get started. Number 5. SOYO RX 580 Graphics Card. First thing, if you're thinking about upgrading your graphics card but don't want to spend hundreds of dollars, the SOYO RX 580 8GB might be exactly what you're looking for. It's one of those GPUs that just refuses to die. Even after years on the market, it still holds its own in 1080p gaming, and honestly, that's where most people play. Let me tell you a little story. I was running an old build, reliable, but slow. My previous GPU, an H6970, finally gave up after years of use. I wasn't ready to rebuild the whole PC, I just needed something affordable to give my system a second life. That's when I found the SOYO RX 580. The specs look solid: 8GB of GDDR5 memory, dual fan cooling, PCI Express 3.0, and support for DirectX 12, OpenGL 4.6, and Vulkan. But you know how it is on paper, everything looks great. The real question was, how does it actually perform? When the card arrived, it came neatly packaged, no driver CD included, which honestly makes sense in 2025 since everything's downloadable now. I slotted it in, plugged in the 6-pin power connector, and fired up my PC. GPU-Z detected it right away. No drama, no fuss. At idle, the temperature stayed around 22 degrees Celsius, which is impressively cool. The dual fans barely made a sound, even during gaming sessions. That was one of the first things that impressed me: it's quiet and stays cool, which means it's not just powerful, but also well built for long-term use. Now, about the performance for 1080p gaming, this thing is a beast for the price. Whether it's World of Warcraft, CS::GO, or even heavier titles like Cyberpunk 2077, the RX 580 handles them all smoothly. The 8GB of GDDR5 video memory and the 256-bit bus ensure textures load quickly and frame rates stay steady. You're not going to get 4K ultra graphics, but for most gamers, that's not even the goal. You get fast, stable, and visually clean gameplay, and that's what really matters. But here's the thing: not every story ends perfectly. Some users have reported getting fake RX 580s from certain sellers. These are cards that look like RX 580s but are actually older, rebranded GPUs with driver issues. That's why you have to be careful who you buy from. Always purchase from a trusted store or seller, and once you install it, run GPU-Z to confirm it's genuine. When it comes to compatibility, the SOYO RX 580 supports triple monitors, DisplayPort, HDMI, and DVI. If you're into multitasking, streaming, or content creation, that's a big plus. It's also a great option for Linux users, as the drivers work smoothly there too. So why should you buy it? Because the RX 580 offers incredible performance for the money. It's a budget-friendly alternative to the NVIDIA GTX 1060, and still holds up strong years later. It's perfect for anyone upgrading an older rig or building a mid-range gaming setup on a budget. You get 4K output, solid 1080p performance, quiet cooling, and support for modern APIs, all at a fraction of what newer GPUs cost. But what should you consider before buying? First, make sure your power supply has a 6-pin connector. You'll need it. Second, check your case space, since it's a dual-slot card and fairly thick. Lastly, always verify authenticity after purchase to avoid counterfeit models. At the end of the day, the SOYO RX 580 isn't trying to compete with the latest RTX or RX 7000 cards. It's for people who want reliable performance without breaking the bank. It hits that sweet spot between old-school value and modern capability. If you're on a budget and need something that just works for gaming, editing, or everyday use, the SOYO RX 580 might just surprise you. Number 4. SOYO AMD RX 590 Gaming Graphics Card. The SOYO RX 590 is built on AMD's reliable Polaris architecture, featuring the RX 590 GME core. It's manufactured with a 14-nanometer process, packs 2,304 stream processors, and comes with 8 GB of GDDR5 memory running on a 256-bit interface. In plain English, that means it's got enough muscle to handle smooth 1080p and even 1440p gaming without breaking a sweat. Whether you're into GTA 5, Apex Legends, Valorant, Warzone, or Fortnite, this card delivers, and it's just as comfortable handling video editing and design work, too. What really caught my attention, though, was how smooth and consistent the gaming experience felt. The core clock runs around 1206 MHz, offering stable, reliable performance. And with FreeSync support, you can say goodbye to screen-tearing gameplay. Looks fluid, clean, and incredibly responsive, especially if you're using a high refresh rate monitor. Now, about the cooling system. This is where SOYO deserves some real credit. The card comes with a dual fan cooler and pure copper heat pipes that transfer heat efficiently. It's equipped with an intelligent semi-automatic fan system that adjusts speeds based on temperature. So, when things heat up during gaming, the fans quietly spin up to keep the card cool. No loud noise, no overheating, just steady performance. The design is straightforward and practical. No unnecessary flair, just function. You get HDMI, DisplayPort, and DVI outputs, allowing you to connect up to 3 displays simultaneously. Whether you're gaming, editing, or multitasking across screens, it handles it all with ease. Before you hit that buy button, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. The RX 590 requires a 6-pin power connector, so make sure your power supply can handle it, ideally 500 watts or higher from a trusted brand. Also, if you plan to use any video adapters, make sure they're fully compatible. Using mismatched adapters can lead to flickering, black screens, or even hardware damage. But honestly, for the price, this card punches way above its weight. You're getting a true 8 GB graphics card that's more than capable of handling modern titles, creative workloads, and daily multitasking. And don't just take my word for it, customers who've bought it online are genuinely happy with their purchase. Here's what some of them said. All 3 display ports work perfectly. It's a cost-effective graphics card. I'll buy another one. It arrived fast, works perfectly. I recommend it. Better than RX 580. Fans run a little slow, but overall very good. Surprised me for the better, tested and approved. These are real users putting it through real-world tests. Sure, it's not flawless. It can get a bit warm if your case doesn't have good airflow, and you might want to adjust the fan curve or undervolt it slightly for best results. But those are small tweaks for the performance and reliability you're getting in return. If you're building a gaming PC on a budget or upgrading from an older GPU, the SOYO RX 590 is an incredibly smart choice. It delivers strong performance, efficient cooling, multiple outputs, and stable driver support, all without costing a fortune. At the end of the day, this card isn't just about chasing higher frame rates, it's about getting maximum value for your money. And in that category, the SOYO RX 590 absolutely delivers. Number 3. SOYO GeForce RTX 2060 Graphics Card. First thing, if you've been dreaming of a smooth, high-end gaming experience without completely draining your wallet, you'll want to hear about this one. The SOYO NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 Super isn't just another graphics card, it's a real upgrade that can take your setup from good enough to wow, that's actually incredible. Let me explain why. When you're gaming, editing videos, or rendering 3D models, the one thing you really don't want is lag or stutter. That's where this card shines. Powered by NVIDIA's RTX 2060 Super architecture and equipped with 8 GB of GDDR6 memory, it delivers the kind of performance that makes games feel alive: fast frame rates, crisp details, and colors that just pop. Whether you're playing Cyberpunk 2077, Apex Legends, or diving into your favorite open-world adventure, it handles everything smoothly, even at 1440p or 4K. Now, here's something that a lot of people overlook: visuals are one thing, but stability matters too. The SOYO RTX 2060 Super has a dual-fan cooling system designed to keep things cool under pressure. No loud jet engine noises, no overheating after a few hours, just cool, steady performance. It's the kind of design that lets you push your PC harder and longer without worrying about thermal throttling. And if you're the kind of person who likes to plug in a 4K or even 8K monitor, this card's got you covered. It supports resolutions up to 7680 by 4320. Imagine watching ultra-high-definition videos or playing next-gen games with lifelike lighting and reflections, thanks to real-time ray tracing and AI-powered rendering. You'll literally see shadows and light behave like they do in real life. It's breathtaking. The connection options are great too. HDMI 2.0, DisplayPort, and even DVI, so whether you're gaming, streaming, or creating content, you've got flexibility. It runs on PCIe 3.0 by 16, so data transfer is quick, responsive, and snappy. Pair that with the 8-pin power connector, and you're getting consistent, efficient energy for uninterrupted performance. Now, if you're wondering, is this worth it for me? Here's the deal. If you're a gamer who wants high frame rates and sharp visuals without stepping into ultra-expensive territory, yes, this is worth every penny. If you're a video editor, streamer, or digital artist who needs smooth rendering and fast previews, absolutely, this card won't let you down. And one more thing, SOYO has really nailed the balance here. You're not just getting raw power, you're getting reliability, good cooling, solid build quality, and future-ready features like real-time ray tracing and AI-enhanced performance. So before you click buy, think about what you want from your setup. Do you want a GPU that looks great on paper, or one that actually transforms the way your games feel? If you're chasing that immersive, buttery smooth, visually stunning experience, this SOYO RTX 2060 Super might just be the smartest upgrade you can make right now. Number 2. SOYO GeForce RTX 3060 Graphics Card. The SOYO RTX 3060 runs on NVIDIA's GA106 GPU, the same architecture that powers some of the most popular gaming cards in the world. And when you combine that with 12 GB of GDDR6 memory, you're looking at buttery smooth gameplay, even at 1440p. I ran titles like Cyberpunk 2077 and Call of Duty Warzone, both played comfortably at high settings without noticeable stutter or frame drops. That 12 GB memory really makes a difference when your games start demanding more VRAM, especially newer AAA titles. And here's something you don't often see in this price range: 8K resolution support. Now, not everyone has an 8K monitor, but it shows how future-ready this card really is. Whether you're gaming, editing 4K video, or rendering heavy graphics, it handles those tasks without breaking a sweat. Another thing I appreciate is the 192-bit memory bus. It might sound like a technical detail, but it's actually crucial for performance. It helps transfer data faster between the GPU and memory, which means better frame rates and smoother gameplay overall. Now, cooling, one of the things many people overlook. SOYO did a great job here. The dual fan design keeps temperatures under control, even during long gaming sessions. I noticed it stays surprisingly quiet, which is a huge plus if you're someone who hates fan noise or does creative work like voiceovers or streaming. Power-wise, it runs off a single 8-pin connector, which is convenient, no crazy power requirements. And because it uses the PCI Express 4.0 by 16 interface, you're getting the full speed your motherboard can offer. That means faster data transfer, less bottlenecking, and more consistent performance overall. And for display outputs, you've got options. 1 HDMI and 3 DisplayPorts mean you can easily connect multiple monitors or mix between gaming, editing, and streaming setups without adapters or headaches. Now, if you're wondering why SOYO? Good question. SOYO might not be the first brand that comes to mind when you think graphics card, but they've been steadily earning respect for offering solid build quality at affordable prices. You're basically getting RTX 3060 level power without paying the premium of bigger name brands. Here's my honest take. If you're building a new PC or upgrading from an older GPU like the GTX 1060 or RX 580, this card will feel like a massive step up. You'll notice faster loading times, richer textures, smoother gameplay, and overall a more immersive experience. Just keep in mind, make sure your power supply can handle it, and that your case has enough airflow to let those dual fans do their job properly. But if you want a card that gives you NVIDIA RTX performance, ray tracing, 12 GB of memory, and solid cooling all without blowing your budget, the SOYO GeForce RTX 3060 12 GB deserves a serious look. At the end of the day, it's not just about numbers or specs, it's about how your games feel. And with this card, trust me, they feel smoother, sharper, and just plain better. So, if you've been waiting for the right upgrade, this might be it. The SOYO RTX 3060 doesn't just play the game, it changes how you experience it. Number 1. SOYO AMD RX 6600M 8GB graphics card. Now your first reaction might be, hold on, isn't that a laptop GPU? And you'd be right. Originally it was. But here's the cool part, SOYO managed to repurpose that chip and make it fully desktop ready. Think of it like taking a lightweight race engine and dropping it into your daily driver. Suddenly you've got something fast, efficient, and surprisingly powerful, without the heavy price tag. Let's go over the specs real quick. You're getting 8 GB of GDDR6 VRAM, a 128-bit memory interface, PCIe 4.0x8 support, and roughly 100 Watt of power consumption. Translation? It's power efficient, you can easily run it with a decent 450 Watt PSU. And yes, it can even handle up to 8K output, which is wild for a card in this price range. Cooling is handled by a dual fan setup that does a solid job out of the box. In normal conditions, temps stay under control, but if you live somewhere hot or humid, you might see it climb into the 80 degrees Celsius range. A few quick tweaks like undervolting, reapplying thermal paste, or adjusting the fan curve can bring those numbers down nicely. On the rear, you've got one HDMI 2.0 port and 3 display ports, meaning multi-monitor setups are absolutely on the table. Whether you're gaming, streaming, editing, or just multitasking across screens, it's built for it. Now, here's the fun part, you'd expect a card like this to raise eyebrows. A low-cost Chinese GPU that promises great performance usually sounds too good to be true. But once people tried it, many were pleasantly shocked. One reviewer even said, "I thought it was a scam until I installed it." Users report smooth performance, quiet fans, and plug-and-play ease, especially compared to older GPUs like the RX 580 or GTX 1060. That said, it's not all sunshine. Some buyers received units with rough packaging or minor damage, and quality control can vary from batch to batch. The good news? Most issues are fixable, and checking seller ratings before buying usually helps avoid the bad apples. Performance-wise, it's a total sleeper hit. For around $150 to $180, it delivers close to RX 6600 performance, handling 1080p Ultra settings effortlessly, and even performing well at 1440p. All that while drawing minimal power. So, should you buy it? If you're on a budget but want real gaming muscle, absolutely. It's efficient, quiet, and punches way above its weight class. It's not flashy, no RGB. No massive triple fan cooler, but it doesn't need to be. The SOYO RX 6600M is that underdog that shows up, works hard, and surprises everyone in the room. It's proof that great performance doesn't have to cost a fortune, and that's exactly what makes it so easy to love. So there you have it, the 5 best SOYO graphics cards, tested and backed by real users. Whether you're building a budget setup or going high-end, SOYO has a card for you. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell so you never miss a tech update. Comment below what SOYO card do you use, or which one are you eyeing next? Thanks for watching.